Before starting this lecture, let me ask you a few questions. How often do you visit these brands? Some of you might be brand specific. Many of you might prefer eatables of Subway only. Some others may prefer Burger King or McDonald's and so on. But the question raised is why? Have you ever thought of? Do you feel that these brands traveled a long journey to reach to this place where you go for repeat purchase? And even you recommend, and sometimes you are ready to fight to defend your preferred brand. Let's try to understand how did they do it. The AIDA model of advertising is the simplest yet very powerful formula that engages the customer with the advertisement. This is one of the oldest and most popular models of marketing communications. This hierarchical model was first proposed by St. Elmo Lewis in 1900 for personal selling. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Vijay. Today we'll discuss about AIDA model. After taking this lecture, you should be able to describe the steps in AIDA model, implement this model in your organization. You'll be able to understand the developments or changes in AIDA model. Okay? Please give a close attention throughout the video. You'll have lots of learning. Here we have AIDA model. Now please understand, for marketing of any product, it is very important to first grab attention of the customer towards your product and services. This attention or awareness and an effort to position your product or services in customer's mind shall be very much required to generate interest in the product. Many among us have come across the situation that we also get interested in many things, but we don't desire to go and get them or buy them. We often find a big gap between interest and desire. Now the question raised is how to fill this gap. Now see, to fill this gap that's between interest and desire and to develop the desire in the customer, we shall focus on promoting the brand, which offers clear benefits to the customer, or we can also say that we need to show to customer that our product or services are much better than that of competitor and satisfies the customer needs in best possible ways. Okay, hope you got the idea how we are going to fill this gap, which will further help the customers to take action in the form of purchase or subscriptions, etc. Now let's understand how can this model be applied to marketing planning of any organization. See, we need to understand that AIDA model is a communication model rather than a decision-making model, as it helps in identifying to companies that how and when to communicate to customers during each of the stages. So we can say that we need to plan a tailored and targeted communication campaign. Okay, please understand, when we say tailored and targeted campaign, we are interested in specific marketing for a specific customer group. For example, on Independence Day, Bajaj Avenger released a 1.44-minute video. The campaign showed women riding bikes, crushing down roads at night and doing whatever they deem fit without any fear. At the end of the moving video, a quote by Mahatma Gandhi fills the screen. Let's watch.
The day she can make friends with who she wants. The day she expresses herself the way she wants. The day she does whatever she wants. Today she wears whatever she wants. Today she goes wherever she wants.
Video. This video is a perfect example of PR campaign capturing the love from the fan base with amazing outcomes. Now please note that Bajaj Avenger tried to create a link between women and safety. Earlier, Bajaj was specifically focusing on males with a campaign of definitely male in case of Pulsar bikes. They used the tagline, specific tagline, definitely male. Hope you remember those advertisements also. This way we can learn that how Bajaj Auto plans tailored and targeted campaign in order to make sale of their product and in order to gather or in order to develop their brands. Okay, let's move ahead. We were discussing about how AIDA could be applied to marketing planning. So to apply this model, you can focus on certain things during different stages. Let's see what we need to observe in different stages. During awareness, we need to work on certain questions like how do we make buyers aware of our product or services? What is our outreach strategy? What is our brand awareness campaign, etc. As we know that an attractive and rare content will bring brand awareness like Bajaj did in case of Bajaj Avenger campaign. Moving to interest, we will observe why the product should interest customer. We need to observe certain questions onto the second stage or the second phase of this process, and we need to have certain answers so that we could carry on with a specific campaign and we could apply AIDA into our organization. So the first question into the second phase is why the product should interest customers. What's there for him? What's our content strategy? How do we make this information available and where? Like on website, on videos, where we are going to offer our information. In our recent example, Bajaj used videos. Okay. On to the third one, in desire, we see what uniqueness or special offer we have made. How do we interact personally to make an emotional connection? Now here in the recent video or into the recent example, we have seen an emotional connect by means of the safety with the women's the Bajaj tried to create. And another thing that we could observe into the desire is, do we immediately respond to the customer feed? And for there are n number of questions that we need to observe in order to satisfy the desire of the customer. Okay, and in the end we expect action. If we have handled the customer perfectly during the previous stages, they'll surely take a positive action like purchase, subscription, etc. Okay, hope you guys are clear with AIDA model and its implementation. Now let's see certain examples for better learning. You have heard about Netflix. Many of you might be using it. Now let's understand how Netflix uses AIDA model. Netflix uses some common advertising mediums to inform the user about the offerings. Like they used print media, they used YouTube advertisement, etc. In it advertises about, now please understand that when we talk about that they're trying to use certain mediums to inform the users, we also need to understand what and how they are informing and what they are offering to the consumers into the print media and by means of the YouTube advertisement. What they did is they advertised some of their really famous shows like Narcos and some Indian Netflix originals like Sacred Games, which are exclusive on Netflix. Now please understand, once the user are aware and visit the Netflix landing page or the basic page, then to develop their interest, they are offered a 1-month free trial to experience all the shows and features on the Netflix. Now see what they are doing. Please understand, they have offered 1-month free trial. As the viewers experience some feature, and once we observe that many of us takes this free trial, and being the viewers, we experience some features and we usually get used to of these seamless viewing experience. At this point, the following additional features create the desire to purchase the subscription plan. Now please understand what takes us towards the subscription plans. The additional features that the Netflix offers includes Netflix exclusive video shows and documentaries that's available on Netflix only, high resolution videos that they are offering, download and watch offline options are there, no ad while streaming videos, etc. There are n number of additional features or n number of facilities that's being provided when we plan for some subscription. Now once we are hooked to these offerings, Netflix converts us into a real customer. Now, who's a real customer? Real customer is the customer who pays. Understand how do they do it? Basically, this is done by offering a variety of subscription plans and an option to stop the subscription anytime. Okay. Now, with this, we can understand that at different stages of AIDA, how the Netflix tries to sustain our attention and tries to take us towards the action stage and finally makes their real customer who pays them by means of subscription, maybe monthly, maybe yearly, or by means or the different plans that they have offered. Okay, hope you understand as how AIDA is implemented in real life by different business houses. Now finally, we are on to developments in the AIDA model. The AIDA model has been modified into many variants, which include the role of new digital media and post-purchase behavior. Some of the variants are: the first is the basic AIDA model, which includes awareness, interest, desire, and action, which you have just learned. Later, it was modified, which included conviction in between. And finally, in 1911, Arthur Frederick Sheldon revised the model by changing the first step to favorable attention and adding a fifth step, permanent satisfaction. The revised model was called AIDAS model, which includes favorable action, interest, desire, action, and permanent satisfaction. However, the concept of achieving permanent satisfaction among customers in such a competitive world seems to be unrealistic. Hope you enjoyed the lecture. Thanks for watching. Feel free to drop your feedback or write for more videos. Thank you.